Happy Friday morning, you guys. It's Friday. We made it to the end of another week, and the countdown this time is on to Christmas, which makes it better.
Yes.
Welcome to KSAT News Now, our digital bite-sized newscast.
Yeah, holiday-itis is in full effect here.
Definitely,
As we wind down the work week, of course, we're now, as we just said, about a week away from Christmas Eve. So a lot of people are already thinking about those plans. But we have got a lot of interesting news to tell you guys about this morning on KSAT News Now.
Still have work to do, right?
Still have some work to do, yes, unfortunately. Some of the stories here: a big honor for the King of Tejano music, Emilio Navaira. Also, a shocking decision surrounding UTSA football. A lot of people talking about this one.
It's been a good season, but this has people
a bummer.
Exactly. Plus, we're going to be discussing what's called a Doomsday Glacier and what you need to know if you're hitting the roads this holiday season. But we want to start with big news when it comes to abortions here in the U.S. So earlier this month, we told you about the new restrictions for medical abortions here in the state of Texas. That law makes it illegal for anyone to prescribe abortion medications through the mail or, of course, the telehealth apps, right? So when you just phone in. But women may now be able to get around that.
Yeah, this is very interesting here. So during the pandemic, the FDA had temporarily eased the restrictions, but that change is now here to stay. The FDA is expanding access to abortion, and patients can get abortion pills by mail permanently.
Yeah, so before, women would have to pick up the medication in person, of course, with their doctor. The drug is, I don't know if we're pronouncing this right, again, mifepristone, which was approved by the FDA back in 2016. And of course, the purpose of that is to end early pregnancies. I think they have about 70 days.
Yeah, so here in Texas, Alicia, women have a narrow window for that use of that medication. They can now only use it up until the 7th week of pregnancy. So we always hear about that sort of number, right? After 6 weeks, and then everything that's going on in the court system right now. It's just it's hard to keep track of, honestly. It's just kind of one of those things that keeps on going back and forth.
That's what we're here for. All right, moving on to some big concerns, and this time with TikTok.
Yeah, TikTok, you could see their logo right behind me there. Educators and parents, of course, being a little worried this morning about posts that are being made on the social media app warning about shootings and bomb threats at schools across the country today.
Yeah, this seems to happen more often. Educators say they're increasing security in response to those posts, but keep this in mind, and national law enforcement officials assured parents those viral posts are considered to be not credible.
Yes, not credible. So the threats had many educators on edge as they circulated recently in the aftermath of the deadly school shooting there in Michigan. It's been a few weeks since that tragedy, and so that's been followed by numerous copycat threats to other schools.
In a statement posted on Twitter, TikTok said it was working with law enforcement officials to investigate. The social media company said they, quote, handle even rumored threats with utmost seriousness. End quote. They also said they have not found evidence of such threats originating or spreading via TikTok. So parents keep an eye on that.
Yeah, and I think we've talked about this in the past. Are you on TikTok, or do you use TikTok that much?
I have an account, but I don't use it.
Yeah, I don't ever get on there, but I know that it's pretty addictive, obviously, it seems. And so obviously these things seem to like trend, and the algorithms, you know, they just pick up what people are saying. So I think that's why this has become such a viral threat. But again, those threats are not credible according to national law enforcement officials.
All right, this is an interesting one we have coming up next. Scientists are warning sea levels could quickly rise by several feet because of a massive glacier, and this could happen in the next several years. Yeah,
this is a super interesting story here. Antarctica's Thwaites Glacier is now known as the Doomsday Glacier. Never want to hear that. Scientists say it's so big that if it melts, it could raise sea levels by several feet.
So this glacier is about the size of Florida. It's huge, but researchers say it's one of the fastest melting glaciers in Antarctica. Currently, they report it's on its last ice shelf, which actually serves as a brace, so that's what's kind of keeping it up, but that may only last about 5 more years. So that's when we can see those changes.
Yeah, very interesting. So here's what's happening. Warm water, and this is what climatologists, scientists are saying, warm water is seeping under the glacier, essentially melting the ice shelf. And if the entire glacier collapses, researchers say sea levels could rise by more than 2 feet and would destabilize other glaciers. Been hearing a lot about glaciers for years now, and just sort of the warming temperatures and how we're losing a lot of them.
And I mean, you hear that timeline, 5 years. Really, can there be anything done to prevent that at this point from happening?
Yeah, so meteorologist Katie Blake is with us. Yeah, we were talking a little bit beforehand about this. Very interesting story.
Things like that, yeah. The ball's already rolling, so to speak. And you're going to hear a lot more about this in the coming years, over the next 5-10 years, because this is going to start to happen more frequently. Maybe not on this scale, because that's a very large glacier. So maybe not to that scale, but this is going to become a more common occurrence. And I just want to say something. The reason that I'm wearing this, not that it's not like early 2000s chic, thank you, Mom. Producer Alyssa, she's not producing today.
She
texted me this morning with my Christmas socks and Crocs. She texted me this morning. I happened to be getting ready, and she was like, "It's ugly Christmas sweater day." So immediately I'm like, great, the KSAT News Now crew is wearing ugly Christmas sweaters today.
Did you get that memo?
Got it.
Alyssa?
And so
did she just play a prank on you?
Is this a Mean Girl prank?
I don't know.
Or Legally Blonde. Legally Blonde. That's the other movie.
Yeah.
Right? Legally Blonde, doesn't Reese Witherspoon show up to like a party? Yeah.
That's Mean Girls.
That's Mean Girls. That's right. Oh, no, both. Yeah, she shows up in the bunny suit, and they're all.
That's right.
Yeah. Is that what happened here?
Catty Heron, right?
Yeah.
She shows up too.
Alyssa's just laughing over there.
So, and she was like, no, just like across the world, today is ugly Christmas sweater day. I'm like, great. Got it.
Well, thank you, Katie. For rocking the Crocs and socks, and then also the it's
so
not that
just
ugly
to
of a
kind of
sweater.
explain myself, not that this is not super cute. My mom used to be a school nurse, so she gave me all of her like
Hey, well, at least you're
cold
ready
water
for
creek sweaters. Yeah,
you're
we're ready.
warm. You're prepared for the cold front.
We're ready for tomorrow. That's what I really want to talk about. So out there right now, it is still warm and it is still muggy, and we are in store for another unseasonably warm day with a high near 80. The record high for today is 82. We'll be very close to that this afternoon, but our front comes through early tomorrow, and this sets us up for big changes tomorrow afternoon, or most of the day tomorrow. In fact, temperatures will be in the 50s. So it's cloudy across much of the state, and our front is still well to the north, but tonight it will make some southward progress, and it'll be getting to the hill country early tomorrow, moving through San Antonio closer to 9-10 a.m., so mid-morning. As this front comes through, it will carry some rain. We're looking at some scattered showers and even a few non-severe storms, mainly mid-morning through lunchtime and then into early afternoon. But as we get into mid to late afternoon, the rain will kind of clear out, and we could even see some clearing Saturday night into early Sunday. So we could have some spots falling into the 30s early on Sunday with some clearing skies. But then off to the west, another rain-making disturbance will move overhead mainly later in the day Sunday into early Monday, and this will bring us another window for some light rain and also some cloud cover, but this will quickly move out of the way by Monday morning, and then the sun will come out again by Monday afternoon. So kind of two things to watch this weekend: the front and then that passing disturbance late Sunday that will bring us another shot for rain. But let's break down your Saturday one more time, because these are the big changes that roll in tomorrow. So the front gets here with the chance of rain. Look at our temperature, 10 a.m. 70. By noon, we're in the mid 50s, and then temperatures will continue to fall through the 50s in the afternoon. By tomorrow evening, we're in the upper 40s. So these will be some big changes taking shape for your weekend, It will feel a lot more like Christmas time. December, though, we don't have Christmas in the forecast just yet, but you'll see as we get into next week, Wednesday, Thursday, we're starting to warm back up. But I'll take 70 over 80. I mean, that makes a big difference, I think. So chilly this weekend, and watch out for some rain tomorrow, guys.
Yeah, especially the humidity too. That's, I think, what's been.
And that will fall. Yeah. There's a lot going on tomorrow. That will fall as well with this front, so that'll be nice.
That is good news.
Oh,
Except for the rain, but at least it's going to get colder.
I'm so excited for the
You're ready?
cold.
You're ready for the cold?
Absolutely.
Okay, Alicia, so some gloomy news this morning. That was a pun intended. Yeah, that absolutely was intended for that.
Caught it. Yes.
Nice. This is some gloomy news for UTSA football after a season filled with sunshine. Look at this right here. And a lot of wins. Their star player will not be playing in their bowl game this Tuesday in Frisco.
That's, of course, sad. I mean,
Yes.
that's what you want to see, right? A lot of people have been discussing this here over the past 24 hours. Of course, a lot of reaction. Sincere McCormick is UTSA's star running back and All-American. He has decided to skip his final 2 seasons at UTSA and declare for the NFL draft in April, but he announced something on social media.
Yeah, so he announced on social media that you could see his post right there on Twitter. He also was on Instagram that he will not play in UTSA's bowl game, which is now just days away. This game is going to be played in Frisco on Tuesday. So a lot of fans disappointed there with his decision, but I would, look, I've actually covered this kid since he was at Judson High School. He could have gone to a lot of other colleges, decided to stay home at UTSA, and so good for Sincere. There's not a long shelf life in the NFL. I mean, especially for his position, running backs. They get hit a lot. They get a lot of, it's a tough position. Look at Zeke Elliott. I mean, that guy looks like Zeke doesn't look like the Zeke from 3 years ago. But congrats to Sincere, and hopefully UTSA, some other guys are gonna have to step up.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Give someone else a chance.
Yeah, there we go.
To shine. There we go. All right, so from the road runners to getting on the road for the holidays, holiday travel is expected to rebound from last year.
Yeah, and you kind of expected this. So AAA estimates that a total of 8.8 million Texans are expected to travel 50 miles or more away from home during this holiday period, and that is a 32% increase over last year, with most people expected to drive. I'm sure some people do fly, like from San Antonio to Dallas. Or
Oh my gosh, I get asked that all the time. Do you fly back home? Absolutely not.
Yeah.
I did map it, 296 miles
Oh,
from
wow.
me. That's what I'll be traveling. We have some travel tips that may be able to help you if you're hitting the road. You want to leave early, and since gas is more expensive, but also remember that those prices have gone down. AAA says travel volume is typically lighter in the morning time, of course, before or after that rush hour.
Yeah, some other tips here, Alicia. How about dining out, or how about not as much dining out?
Less.
Yes, dining out less. Or how about picking maybe some less expensive restaurants if you're hanging out with your family there? And if you're traveling close by, consider traveling on the day of the holiday when traffic volumes are at their lowest. That's never a bad idea. Travel like on Christmas.
Yeah, but I mean,
you're not feeling that one.
No, leave early. Leave early.
You're saying go the day before, yeah.
Not the day before. I mean, unless you want to sit in traffic, then by all means,
Are you traveling?
Yeah, I'm
You
traveling
are.
296 miles.
Oh
I
yeah,
told
that's right. You already mapped it out. I'm going to El Paso. There's never any traffic on the way to El Paso once you get
But
past
man,
Junction.
that drive I hear is brutal.
Yeah, it's tough. Yeah,
Oh,
a little used
man.
to
Well-
it, but still.
Well,
brutal.
I'm going 35 north, so that's also a brutal, brutal
traffic.
haul ride. All right,
Yeah.
this story we're very excited about. It's about Mr. Emilio Navaira. The My Tejano Awards honored him, the late King of Tejano, and that was this week. And they gave him a very cool award. You see it right there. It's the Gone But Not Forgotten Award. And then on the left side of your screen, you see his son, Emilio Navaira Jr. He actually accepted the award on his father's behalf.
Yeah, very cool moment here as this, I think this banquet or ceremony took place this past week, right?
Yes.
And so, so Emilio's son, Junior there has carried on his legacy. He has his own band, right? Las Bandoleros?
With Diego.
Yep,
his
so
brother.
he's got some good stuff going on there as well. And you think about Emilio Navaira, the impact that he had here. I mean, just one of the all-time greats at Tejano music, and really put Tejano on the map during that golden age there with Selena Quintanilla and everyone else. Yeah.
And you talk about legacy. So his sons, if you follow them on Instagram, they often post pictures of when they were little and on stage with their dad. So they were always used to that stage presence. So we want to thank his wife, Emilio Navaira Jr.'s wife, Brianna,
Send you those pics.
for sharing those pictures with us.
Hey, you know what they call this guy? The Garth Brooks of Tejano, okay?
Yeah,
So,
and that's,
yeah,
and
that's
that's
awesome.
what RJ goes around the newsroom saying.
So good stuff for him.
All right, so we want to update you on the Tasty Tamal Showdown, or as RJ calls it, the greatest tamal showdown in history, with some San Antonio restaurants.
Yes, I was wondering if you were going to say that. I wasn't too sure about that.
Yeah.
So we're in the second round and have more than 1,000 people have voted already just in this round alone. A lot of people taking part in this. A lot of people getting passionate over tamales. So, and this might be a
Round two.
Guinness World Record here for tamales. I'm not sure.
Oh my
yet.
gosh, he mentions this. The 6 Adelitas del Rio delicious tamales, Ruben's homemade tamale boy, and Telles tamales.
Yeah,
so you
and
still have time to vote.
You still have time to vote. We're going to reveal the final 3 on Monday's KSAT News Now. Then we will be in the championship round, El Campeonato Mundial de Tamales.
Wow.
It's my soccer. I love soccer announcers.
Wow, very impressed, RJ. Well, thank you so much for tuning in. We hope that you will vote, participate in this challenge. Let us know. We'll see you Monday at 11 a.m.